Why hello there everybody and welcome back to Ancient Empires. Today I'll be exploring a bit of the Macedonian starting position. In Ancient Empires, Macedon is one of the most difficult starts. You got the Romans to the west, the Thracians to the north, the Greeks... the Greeks, they're everywhere. You're losing money, oh good Zeus above. What shall we do to save Macedon from certain death? Well, worry not, cause the turd is coming to help. Only a masochist would want to play this faction, really. I really wonder why anybody would want to play as Macedon.
The Macedonians
could rule the world. Alexander did. He took a Greek army to the far Indus. There was nothing left to conquer. The world was...
Ah, yes. Now I know why. Well, we won't be conquering the far Indus here, but we will be exploring one way to get a strong start to your campaign. Be warned, though, that due to my casual existence, the first casualty will be the difficulty, as I'm playing on decisive. Get it? Casualty, cause casual. It seems like the first casualty was actually comedy. Let's jump into the campaign. This is our starting situation. After getting beat up by the Romans on my first attempt at this campaign, I decided not to attack Rome. Also, on that campaign, Carthage was beat up by the Romans fairly early on, so those nasty Romans just locked their sights on me. They ate me alive and I still have nightmares to this day. There was this one time I dreamt a Roman came up to me, he put his hand behind his shield and in a quick motion has offered me raisins. I have no idea how much I dislike raisins, it was quite awful. Either way, the lesson is do not attack Rome in the beginning. You already have the entirety of the Greek world against you, well, except Athens, and you do not need Rome added to your list of enemies. Athens will be useful, trust me, if all goes well, they'll take the Romans out. How? No idea. Hades helps them or something. Could happen. As Macedon, your first step should be to put a hand in your finances. You're bleeding money, and there's no way you'll be able to sustain your forces, let alone have a decent land force. I believe the best move right off the gate is to disband your navy, to scooper the ships. You'll be making money right after, but now you have another issue. Food is quite short. Well, about that, there's not much you can do right at the beginning, so tech-wise you should probably tech up to the next farm level. It'll take 13 turns, but it'll pay off later. Not only will it allow you to make a bit more money per turn, but it'll fix the food problem. I also advise you to use some of the money you're now making to recruit some new units. Hint. Cretan archers are really good. Absolutely worth the price. Taking 2 for now should be quite a good call. And with careful use of tactics, you don't need much more in your army. You could recruit some troops, but at this point mercenaries are cheaper. And when we start leveling up our character and army, we should be able to spec some points into lowering the upkeep of the army. But for now, we'll make do with what we got. Just get mercenaries until you're making just under 1,000 per turn. I usually go with 2 Thorokitai and 2 Thuriophoroi. I do enjoy to keep these guys on the flanks. They're a good flanking force. So now you have an army. You should still have about 2,500 in the bank, making 1,000 per turn. Get a trade agreement with Athens for some extra money, and you also start with a daughter that the Athenians would happily marry for a price. Feminists, please don't kill me. We could maybe get an non-aggression pact with some of the tribes up north, but we won't. The plan is to strengthen Macedon's position by taking the north. And before really ending the turn, get a governor, maybe someone who has public order buffs, and then get an edict. I'll go with the acquire food one to just make sure we have food. You can raise taxes by a level if needed, or you can just lower them to the minimum really to grow Pella faster. It's up to you. This should be your turn 1. So now it is turn 2. More often than not, either Rhodes or Pergamum will be up your throat attacking your city, and even worse, you'll have to deal with those pesky little Aetolian assembly guys raiding your territory. But fear not, the more battles you're in, the more experience your army gets. That means more campaign movement and less upkeep for your army, so we desperately need to fight. I'm auto-resolving everything, you don't have to do it, and if you don't, even better, because the results are going to be much better. Auto-resolving, honestly, is throwing units away, so just don't. If you got blockaded this turn, you can lift that in one battle, and if you kill the Aetolian assembly, that's gonna be 2 more battles, meaning your general levels up twice and your army levels up once. So happy point distribution day, yay! Career officer. and quartermaster are the most important here, and for the army developed logistics is a must. And then you get to pick between foraging patrols or reservists. Foraging patrols is nice because of the reduction in upkeep in foreign territory, and it stacks with the supply reforms trait that it unlocks later, while reservists give you a 1% bonus to replenishment. I do think both are important, but since you're not going to attack for the next 10-15 turns and you'll be defending your city frequently, don't worry, you'll get the points to unlock all of these, and your army will eventually become quite powerful. It is now turn 3. Nothing to do other than replenish your army back to how it was at the end of turn 1. I'd recommend mercenaries. You'll need maybe 2 cavalry units and some infantry other than pikes to give you some tactical flexibility. Again, if you've been manually fighting, you won't need this for now. So on turn 4 we may actually get more Cretans because those guys are really good. I got one more of them last turn, but why not more? Remember to keep repealing any blockading fleets and farming that XP for your army, and then applying these points wisely. It is now turn 5. If you lost units previously, now is the time to replenishment with mercenaries, of course. Turn 6, more of the same. Repel attackers, improve your army in general. It's almost time to attack and almost time for you to learn about one of the most formidable strengths of the Macedonians. And no, it isn't the pikes, because pikes are actually not that great in this game. It is the end of turn 6. We are attacked by Byzantium. This seems like it's going to be a difficult fight because there's Pergamese fleet, there's a full stack army attacking from the sea, and a Byzantium force is attacking from land. But we have Cretan archers, and the AI is not very good at landing, cramming all ships and transports into our harbor. And to top it all off, the garrison at Pella is quite large and quite capable. So what will happen is that my Cretans will be at the harbor waiting for the enemy ships to enter so we can set them ablaze afterwards. I'll keep 4 units protecting the beach lines. That'll take care of the naval invasion, and the rest of the army will handle the land invasion. But the best part is the AI will mostly get shot by the towers. If we do well enough, we might be able to go on the offensive against either Byzantium or Pergamum in an epic counterattack. It would be the perfect plan to kickstart our campaign. Lo and behold, we got a heroic victory against our foe. This is the perfect opportunity to attack. So let us let this turn pass and see where we're at. Okay, indeed. It seems like the right time to attack. Break the blockade and set your armies free. I'll go for Byzantium. With a little bit of luck, the army at Philippopolis won't attack us, and the next turn will arrive in full health at Byzantium to take it. Byzantium tries to stop us to no avail. Philippopolis will try to stop us to no avail. And then we'll march on Byzantium. Needless to say, imagine how much better our situation would be if we're not auto-resolving our way to glory. But there's no time to complain because the Pergamese are coming to take our newly conquered lands away. And being a naval attack, you know what to do. It'll be easy. Next turn, if you've been fighting manually, you'll be able to take Pergamum, make them your your tributary state, and they'll give you money without the need to worry about the public order on yet another province. Then you can focus on Thrace. Take Thrace, and you'll be making a lot of cash per turn. At that point, the world is your oyster. You can even take a picture in Pella and put it in your Instagram with some cheesy quote like, "If you work hard, you can always achieve your goals," and then realize that the Romans are coming. But at that point, you'll have the economy to support your own unbeatable war machine. This was my Macedonian early game guide. If you enjoyed this small guide, do leave a like on this video, and if you have anything else to add to this, let me know in the comments below. With nothing else to say, beware of the Greeks, be good to your pet Athenian, and don't forget to recruit some mercenaries, Cretan archers. As always, Macedon, caralho.
I'm in Portugal.